In this video, I'm going to be going over how you can be a more unpredictable player, essentially a player who's much more dangerous when they're on the pitch. I'm going to give you some ideas on how to become this and some drills you can practice that are going to develop certain areas of your game that you'll need to have developed if you want to become a more unpredictable player. What's up everyone, it's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we are helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch. Now in this video, I want to give you like a mini guide on how to become a more unpredictable player, because there's nothing worse than a one-dimensional attacking player. The kind of player where you see him play for 5 minutes in a game and you know exactly what he's going to try and do every single time because he's only able to do a few things well. However, if you want to be a more dangerous player, and you can think of, many of the dangerous players in the games today, like the Neymars and the Coutinhos and the Messis, they have so much about them that you can never really predict what they're going to do. And because of this, this makes defenders nervous and it puts them on edge because they can't guess what players are going to do. So the first thing you have to recognize that being an unpredictable player comes down to mentality as much as it does to physical skill. See, you could be the most physically gifted as far as skills go, skill moves, dribbling ability and all that, as anyone else in the world. But the problem is, if your mentality is not to actually use those skills, then you're not going to be an unpredictable player. An unpredictable player is someone who mixes it up. He's someone who could play simple, but could also go on a dribble and take 2 to 3 players on. He's someone who can pass the ball very effectively and well, and can also shoot and score goals. He's someone who, in any given situation, has many options available to him, not because there are necessarily that many obvious options, but because they have so much about their game, and their game is so developed that they have the ability to do a number of different things. But the fact of the matter is, if you are only thinking of playing one way, or you're never someone who takes risks, it doesn't matter if you have the ability to do those things. You need to first have the mentality of being an unpredictable player. You need to first start thinking about how you can be more unpredictable. So that's the mindset you need to have if you want to be that player who's more dangerous and unpredictable in your matches. Now, of course, you also need some physical skills, because you could be a player who is determined to be unpredictable. But if you don't have the muscle memory, the skills to back that up, you're going to struggle to do it. So let's go over just a few key areas that I believe you should possess if you want to be more unpredictable. Now, of course, the better at more areas you are, the more unpredictable you can be. Again, if we look at a player like Coutinho, not only can he pass very effectively, he can dribble players, he has skill, he can shoot the ball, he can finish, he's intelligent. He has so much going for him. That's what makes him incredibly unpredictable. But let's go over a few things you can work on now to start being more unpredictable. First is your dribbling ability. You need to be able to dribble the ball with speed and beat players one-on-one. If you can't do this, you're going to be very easy to defend, because as soon as a defender realizes this guy does not have good dribbling ability, his skill level isn't that great, he can close you down and isn't really too worried about you going past him. Essentially, he can take the ball off you or force you to pass the ball off. But if you're a player suddenly that has incredible dribbling ability, he now might back off a little bit, not wanting you to go past him. It completely changes the game and the angle, or at least the way the defender is going to defend you, because now they know when, for example, they defend a Coutinho, they know I can't really just go in on him because he may just go right around me. So the first one is dribbling ability. Here are a few drills you can do in order to help this area. These are drills that are going to be in my new course coming out called Ultimate Soccer Skills. One that I really recommend is the Brazilian box, because this is going to help you with your in-control dribbling close at your feet and also a little bit quicker. You do this drill often and you're going to improve your dribbling ability. So that's one drill you can do for this area. There are of course many others you can do, but we're just kind of starting out to help you become more unpredictable. Next is have some skill moves in your repertoire. I'm going to continue to use Coutinho as an example here, and if you watch him play, you'll see he has all the body feints and the body swerves and the step overs that make him even more unpredictable. In a given moment, he's practiced these things so much that he's able to call upon them in any given situation. You can see him going past 2, 3, 4 players at a time with very simple moves, But he's able to do that because he's practiced these moves enough to the point where he's able to do them, and then he has the bravery and takes the risks in matches to actually perform them. What I recommend is you actually select 3 moves that you're going to work on and master. I'm not talking about just knowing how to do them, I'm talking about actually mastering the moves. You know, the amount of times I get players coming to videos going, I know how to do that, really makes me rip my hair out, because I don't care if you know how to do it. Knowing how to do something and actually being good or mastering it is a completely different thing. You know, you might know how to do the chop and you can do the motion, but can you do it quickly? Can you do it in a game situation? Do you know when to use it? These are completely different aspects, because if you start chopping the ball slowly, you'll lose it. If you start doing it in a situation where it doesn't make sense, you'll lose it. However, if you understand how to do it, you've practiced it enough so it's automatic, you'll actually be able to do it effectively. And this goes for any skill move. So pick 3 skill moves that you want to learn and you think are going to benefit you in matches, and practice these skill moves every single day. Even if you're only able to practice them for 5 minutes every single day, that's better than doing nothing, and over time you will see improvements in this area. And trust me, having skill moves that you can call upon at a moment's notice in your matches will 100% make you a more unpredictable player. And here's the great thing about being an unpredictable player. Opponents start looking at you differently. Just by knowing that you're more unpredictable and dangerous, they start treating you differently. They start losing their nerve a little bit. However, I am going to go over one other area, and it's your passing ability. Now, I could go over shooting, I could go over your general soccer IQ, but I want to go over passing because it ties into dribbling so well. Because when your passing is so good and so dangerous to the point where you're not only able to play the simple balls, everyone should be able to do that, but you're able to play that, you know, defense splitting through ball. You're able to play that crossfield ball. It makes you so much more dangerous and unpredictable, because now a defender may back off you, which gives you the space to play that killer ball. You know, if you can now pass well and you can dribble and you have skills, it just makes you so much more dangerous. Now you could dribble past 2 players and then slip your striker in. Now if you find yourself in a tight spot, not only are you able to dribble yourself potentially out of that spot, but you also have the ability to find a pass. Now if you have a teammate wide open on the other side of the pitch, free on the wing, you have the ability to do that. Again, Coutinho as an example, he's one of the best passers and one of the most creative passers in the Liverpool squad. And I also want to emphasize, I didn't just say best passer, I said creative passer. He sees passes that other players don't, and he takes risks with his passes. I mean, he did one recently, I think it was against West Ham to Mo Salah, where he played him the ball. It was a very creative outside of the foot pass, perfectly weighted, and Mo Salah scored. If you have the ability to do that, also dribble, also have the skill moves, you're going to be a much more unpredictable player. When it comes to your passing ability, just practice different techniques against a wall. That is honestly the quickest way you're going to learn how to become better at your passing, at least your technique. Of course, you need to be doing these things in matches and in your practices to learn more of the soccer IQ aspect of passing, like when to do certain things, when you could be more creative with your passing and so on. But kicking against the wall and practicing your different passing techniques is a great place to start. All right, guys, so those are some things that are going to help you start becoming more unpredictable. Remember, the more you're good at, the better you are at many different areas, the better a player you're going to be, the more unpredictable you're going to be. I mean, think of your favorite player. I guarantee they're probably an unpredictable player. And if you look at all areas of their game, you'll see, wow, they're good at this, 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 and this. They're not just good at one thing. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please like it and share it. And please go out and practice these things if you want to become a more unpredictable player. It's so important, especially if you're an attacking player, to be unpredictable. You know, if you're one-dimensional, you're just going to be easy to, you know, tackle, easy to get the ball off of, and you're not going to be dangerous. And honestly, if you're an attacking player, we need to make you a more dangerous and impactful player who's doing more damage to the opposition, and being unpredictable is going to help you do that. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the other 2 videos that come up on screen, and I'll see you in the next video.